you have a beloved pet that has passed? Is there something you want to tell them? Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone, and welcome, to the Spirit Realm Network. My name is Nicole Elizabeth, and I'm your host of Animal Connections. And today is 8 p.m. Standard Eastern Time on Thursday, the 1st of May. So I'm here today streaming on a couple of platforms to connect to your pets. So if you are joining me on another platform, you will need to join me on the website, on the actual channel, which is spiritrealm.net. And go to live TV, and we have a chat there where you can interact with me, and I'll be able to pick up your messages from there and connect to your pets. So a good way to connect with me is obviously the chat, as I just mentioned, but then just mention your pet's name, any question you had, whether they're living or past. And there is actually a little plus sign with a circle around it where you can actually pop and upload your photos, which is really cool because then everyone gets to see who we're talking about, what they look like, and it just kind of brings it not to life, that's probably not the best word, but it just brings it all together when we're doing a live. It just makes the whole thing more personable, I guess would be the word. So tonight, 1st of May, that's gone really, really fast. I don't know about anyone else. I was just celebrating the new year, and now here we are in May. Now, I do have to let you know, while I'm waiting for people to jump on with their questions, I do have to let you know that I won't be on next week and the following week because I'm away, which is work-related, and then I will be back at the end of May. I'm actually going to give you the date. And then I will be off for the summer. So I won't be online on the 8th and 15th. Oh, but I will be online on the 22nd and 29th of May. And then the live shows will cease for the summer. So that'll be June, July, and August. However, I may do a few shows in August because I am away again in September. So we'll work it out. But just so you know, this is the last show for a few weeks. So if you do have any questions, please pop on to the spiritrealm.net onto the network and interact with me on the chat. I will actually, while I'm waiting, is just pop over to Facebook to see if anyone's watching on Facebook, because that's another platform where this is automatically streamed to as well. So let me just have a look. Where are we? Okay. So if anyone does have a question, please pop it in the chat, and I will answer your questions. And even if you have a question about animals, animal communication, or what it's about, how it's done, anything like that, or just anything relating to animals, please pop it in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. And then we can get to some readings and have a good time. So I'm just going to have a look at Facebook. It's a bit slow, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. What have we got? So we've got a few people watching on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook and want me to connect with your pets, please pop on over to the website and we will do some connections. Okay. Let's have a look. All right. Now, actually coming into, I was going to say winter, but you guys are actually coming into summer. So for people coming into winter where I am, I want to just let people know to make sure before they use dryers. It's a really popular place for cats to hide if the doors are left open. So the best way with that is always keep your dryer door shut so your pet can't crawl into the dryer. And then, if you're not paying attention, you could throw clothes in and then turn it on. Animals have been caught in dryers before. So anyone heading into the warmer the cooler months, please be aware of that. And anyone coming into the hotter months, please be aware that you may need extra water bowls around. Please be careful of the temperature of the surface if you take your dogs for a walk, because they can actually burn their pads on their feet. And if you put your hand on the ground and can't hold it for, I'd say 10 seconds, your dog shouldn't be walking on it, because it actually will burn your dog's feet. So there's just a few little tips for pets to take care of them coming into either the summer or the winter months, wherever you are. But they're always good tips too that I always take care of. Now I'm going to look out for. Hi, Rochelle. Anything from Stewie today? I'll see what I can get. And Rochelle, you heard a terrible story about a washing machine yesterday and a cat brought you to tears. It's really, it's a real thing. And, you know, if you're not thinking, if you're in automatic pilot and you just, you know, do the washing because it's life admin and we have a life and we just need to get things done. If you're not paying attention to what's in there, because not many people look in the washing machine or the dryer before they pop things in, and then it can actually end quite bad. So it is a real risk for your pets. So let's see, anything from Stewie today. It's Stewie's 3rd year anniversary in heaven on the 4th. It's Sunday, I believe. He's around a lot this week. Of course he is. Well, I'm getting watery eyes. That's weird. And it's not, I'm sorry, to clarify, it's not watery tears, it's watery eyes. So I don't know if that relates to Stewie, but I'm getting watery eyes, as if I need to wipe. This could be teeny tiny too. Wipe eyes clear. Watery eyes, that's coming through anyway. Watery eyes. Oh, what's that Doors song? There's a Doors song that's playing on my mind. What is it? Oh, what is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I used to listen to it all the time as a teenager. There's a Doors song coming through for Stewie. Oh, it's going to do my head in. Come on, Stewie, just give me the name. Although I can't even hear the words, but I can hear the tune and the Riders on a. Is that the one? Riders on a Storm. Let me have a look. See if I can find that. Is that the word? Is that, guys? Is that the song? It's a Doors song, isn't it? Riders on the Storm. Yeah. There you go. Sorry, I had to look it up. It was bugging me. That came through quite strong with Stewie just then. Riders on a Storm. I wonder if that has significance. Not just the song, but the words of the song. Are you preparing for something coming up? As in something coming up as would be perceived as a storm? It feels like, is that? It feels like to me, though, like the reason why I was given that song, I actually see you cruising through something with a lot of chaos happening around you. And oddly enough, there's actually doors being shut on the side of you. I know this isn't a reading about you, but this is what Stewie's showing me. So if you're having doors close, they're not on your path. It feels like this is your path here, and these doors here are this like distractions, the side hustle, the things that you're not meant to be doing. This is, and it's like the doors will be shutting. So that is very interesting, Stewie. Life advice, Stewie. Oh, Stewie. Why am I getting? Feels like a heavy heart from him as well. I know he didn't die from heart. We know that it was brain with Stewie, but it feels like a heavy heart. And I don't feel that I feel like he's cremated, but he's showing me a funeral. Grave site, I should say. It was more specific, grave site from Stewie. And a memorial stone is what I'm writing down too, is what he's showing me. Oh, what is happening with someone's left ear? This must be tiny. Let me have a look. So I'm going to have a look at the chats instead of just talking non-stop. Okay. There's lots of all these messages just came through. Sorry, guys. It must be my internet. I'll read them. Riders on the Storm. So you have the song. Sorry, I should have just looked at the chat. I actually love that song. Deb, good morning. Hi, Deb. My daughter is here, getting well at the moment. Lots of chaos in the house. Okay, so then that's Stewie making known that he is understanding what's happening in your life. But I feel like you know that anyway because you get the messages from Stewie yourself. Where are we? I've been sad. It's my sister's passing anniversary today. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. That's probably why the heavy heart and the vision that he was giving me. It's a tough week. First week of May, far out. That's why. Oh, okay. He clearly and that's why he's around a lot more this week. Not just, and the thing is, we celebrate their passing, but for Stewie, it's not really a big deal. So he wouldn't. The only reason he would be coming closer to you is if you need him more, or if you're thinking about him. He's not coming close because he's sad about his passing, if that makes sense. Oh, I know he's close too because I just got shooting pain down here from here. Oh, Stewie. So, Deb, I will get back to your question about pumpkin soon. Just want to see what message Stewie. Oh my God, he must have been so confused before he passed because I can't even get my words out. What message Stewie has for you? I wonder if you're doing this a lot too. Lost my two special ones. She died from the brain condition as well. Uncanny, the two of them. Holy cow. Same time, same condition. That's really intense and a lot to deal with at the same time. Okay, let me see if I can get a message from Stewie. More information. Oh, well, at least that's probably what the funeral was about. Oh, that's really sad. Okay. Okay, let me see what we got from Stewie. Why is he bringing up violet? Whether it's a color or that's a plant, isn't it? Something to do with that. It's a purple plant, isn't it? It's bringing through that. And he's giving me the impression that one thing you should do, coming back to the music theme, is switch to music that makes you happy, because it's going to change your mood. It's going to change your energy. It's going to attract better energy for you, and it's going to, in a way, to celebrate. They must be both really close because I'm feeling it here, whereas Stewie I normally feel here. So I don't know what's going on there, whether this is where they both had their issues, but I'm feeling it right here. So I'm wondering whether she had shooting pain down her face, actually. Almost like tentacles from the inside going out. I feel like a lot of pain. Okay. And it's like Stewie saying ease into it, just ease it. It's kind of like you have to take things slowly at the moment. Like the Jack Johnson song. I've heard this a few times, actually. The Jack Johnson. I don't know the name of the song, but I can hear the words. It's slow down, everyone. You're moving too fast. That's what he wants you to do. I feel like what he's saying to me, what you do is kind of like just shut it down and just keep going, because you have to keep going, but he doesn't want you to. He wants you to slow back down and ease into it. And actually, what's he trying to say? What is that? He's saying to me, you need to deal with it, and you're not dealing with it. There you go. You're acknowledging it, but you need to process it completely, is what he's saying. How does, I'll look at the chat. I hope that makes sense, Rochelle. Oh, so she passed from an aneurysm, and the last thing she said was she had a headache and a sore neck and face. Oh, the poor thing. Well, they must be together if I'm feeling both of their conditions. Okay, Starlight, I will come back to Kitty Lily. Okay, so, and you have him, which is Stewie, with a purple violet. He brang me in one from outside. Oh, that's interesting. So he's bringing up the violet he brought you, just as an acknowledgement that he is definitely still around you. Okay, so I would take the message from Stewie that he is around you. He can understand. He must be with your sister because they're both putting it on me. And to allow yourself time to process what you need to process slowly. But understand that what is happening all around you is creating the way forward for the path, and all these other doors are going to be shut because they're irrelevant to where you need to be. So there you go. I hope that makes sense. So Deb, where are we? Come on, phone. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Oh, honey. So everyone, if you can see the chat on spiritrealm.net, if you have a look on the chat, Deb's popped a photo of her friend's soul cat, Pumpkin, and he's battling cancer. So if anyone wants to send him some good energy, some Reiki or anything like that, please do, because that'll help. When my pet was going through cancer, I was going to say battling cancer, it really helped all that energy, and we do Reiki on him every day, and he loved it, and it helps them just cope better. So if there's anyone out there that is a energy healer, please send it to Pumpkin, and the photos in the chat. If you can tell he's feeling any messages he has. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, look at him. I can see why he's called Pumpkin. Oh, where'd you go? Look at him. He feels like he needs a sibling called Spice or something. Okay, what I'm getting actually straight away is the back of my tongue. It's feeling, what is that? How do I describe that? Like, I'm very aware of the back of my tongue when normally we're not. It's kind of a little bit tightened, and a little bit just here as well is that's playing up today. I don't know why, but that's immediately what's come through for Pumpkin. Let me have a look. There we go. Okay, so my phone is doing some funny things. I actually feel like too, it's almost as if it's getting difficult to eat and drink with Pumpkin. I feel like there's it feels like there's resistance in my mouth. I don't know if this is a side effect or part of the disease, but it feels like it's actually quite, I can still do it, but it feels like it's a bit of a struggle for me. And when I say me, it's how I'm feeling, how they're putting onto me. And it's really weird because all of a sudden my saliva is just, there's a reference to my saliva in my mouth. I don't know why we're brought to the mouth for Pumpkin, but that's one thing that Pumpkin wants to bring through. And here too. I don't know. That's where we're holding a bit of tension and energy with Pumpkin at the moment. A little bit nauseous as well from what I'm feeling in my body. It's sort of like a wave went down. So I don't know if there's any form of medication that's going on with Pumpkin, but I just felt from here and then a wave going down to my body. A little bit nauseous. The good thing is it wasn't feeling coming up. It was going down. So that's, and very tired. Okay. I'm getting to a sense from what I'm picking up from Pumpkin is that it feels like there's conversations going on at the moment about welfare decisions, if you follow my drift, that Pumpkin is actually aware of. And it almost feels like there's a time, not restraint. It feels like I'm on a timer. It feels like I'm on a timer. There you go. That's what it feels like. And it feels like I'm perhaps maybe in a bit of denial about when that time is going to go off. Does that make sense? Because that's what I'm feeling from Pumpkin, from the energy around what's happening in the household. But don't get me wrong, I feel like Pumpkin's owner would do the best for Pumpkin, but it just feels like maybe I can just not acknowledge it. I know we have to, but trying to not acknowledge it to help process. And that's what Pumpkin's picking up energetically from the owner. Okay. Where are we? So Deb's written, yes, he's struggling with his meds. He sleeps on her face every night. Oh, and she runs a rescue. Oh, that's good on her. I love that she's runs a rescue because these animals need her. And interesting that the confirmation about the meds in the face. Oh, what are you saying, Pumpkin? And Deb said, yes, she's extremely distressed. Absolutely. It's a horrible thing to go through. Horrible. It's horrible for people. It's horrible going through it from their point of view. Do you know what I'm feeling? I'm going to be very honest, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I can actually feel pain in my body, a low level of pain, a lot with Pumpkin, as in the standard of, you know how we're just like normally, we feel kind of like nothing in our body, like we don't really feel aches and pains as a general rule. But what I feel with Pumpkin is that Pumpkin does feel a level of pain, and that's Pumpkin's normal. So there's that happening as well in Pumpkin's body. And I feel, oh, what is that? Is the medication getting stuck in Pumpkin's throat? I feel like that's happening here too. But the funny thing is, I would expect this to taste bad, but I'm not getting I'm not getting a bad taste. I'm getting just an uncomfortable feeling, almost as if the taste is irrelevant. I might wonder if he can taste that. Maybe the medication is messing with his taste buds, because it's not that's irritating him. Oh dear. Okay. I'm also getting to, with Pumpkin, there's a blanket. There's something that is special to Pumpkin, and I feel like I'm getting that's what I want to be wrapped in. So when Pumpkin goes, I want to be wrapped in that. It feels like a plush blanket or something that Pumpkin can be wrapped in. And I feel like that's what is kind of like the final reminds me of May actually, the final curtain call. That's what I want to go out in. And it feels like too, from the owner's point of view, it's like, well, this will keep him warm. I don't know why, but that's what I'm feeling is the what will happen in going through her mind when Pumpkin crosses. How old is Pumpkin? I'm not getting too old, actually. I'm getting around the 7 mark. So do you know how old Pumpkin is? So she had to euthanize her 19-year-old cat 3 years ago, and it nearly killed her. Holy cow, 19 is... Ooh. Oh, and yes, he does have a special blanket. There you go. So he's acknowledging that, and I would make sure and if anything happens, he's with that. I actually feel like that's going to be a memory that the owner looks back on, and feels comfort knowing that he was with his special blanket. It may be something that she may want to hold on to. Now that I say it, but it just feels like that's what Pumpkin wants to be in. So I'm going to pass on his message. So there you go. He's 8. There you go. Okay, I said 7. He's 8. There you go. It's pretty close. Thanks, Pumpkin. Do you know what I would suggest with this soul cat and your friend is spend, and I feel like she's doing this already, but just spend the time that she has with Pumpkin enjoying his presence. Just try not to even, it's not that we're not going to acknowledge what's happening in his life, but we're just going to enjoy life regardless. And that's what I feel like Pumpkin wants from her. And it's just, I feel like my energy is just dropping because it just feels like it's just such a really difficult time to try and even do that. But I feel like that's what he wants her to do. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that brings her a little bit of insight on how he's feeling about things and how he feels physically and emotionally, and a request about what he wants when the time comes. But please enjoy him is how I'm going to leave that one there. So I hope that makes sense, Deb. Okay. Now there was another question. Oh, and there's Stewie photos. I love that. Everyone, if you're in the chat, have a look at the Stewie photos. Okay, so what can I tell you about Sweet Kitty Lily? This is for Starlight Lynn. Okay. 777. I always say 777, straight line to heaven. I love that. Okay. You're very welcome, Deb. I hope it helps. Kitty Lily for Lynn. All right. I'm just going to write this down. Health okay. How's her sight? As soon as I just started writing that down, I actually felt my left eye was a little bit cloudy. Does that make sense? It's like sight and height. So there must be something connected with sight and height, whether that means a little bit of hesitation to jump because of the height difference. There might be a little bit of depth perception issues going on with Kitty Lily. I feel like I'm going to do something and it feels like a little bit of hesitation. So I feel like if you see that, there's a little bit of depth perception concerns with her, if that makes sense. And I'm seeing, I don't know if this is actual or symbolic because I get both, but I'm seeing a kitty litter and I'm seeing, it almost seems like number 2s. It feels like she's drawing me to that. Why am I being drawn to that? There may be something to do with the digestion and it affects that. Does that make sense? But it feels like hard. God, this feels so gross to say. It feels like there's something going on there. But I feel like she's almost containing. It's not even if she's containing. It's not as if she's actively going, I'm not going to show my owner what I'm feeling, which a lot of dogs do because they don't want to hurt you. It just feels like I'm just getting on with it. I'm just getting on with my life. Yeah, I'm a bit slow, but so what? It feels like and I feel like this is a reflection of you. It's kind of like you've taught her how to do this. Almost of what she expects from you if you're in this situation. And it just feels slow. It just feels, what's that? Almost as if she's like, it's fine, not pushing me away, doesn't want me to really. It's fine. I gave you what you want, you're fine. Does Does that sound like her personality? Because that's what she's doing to me. I would keep a watch just on her vision and just check make sure that she's going to the toilet normally, and maybe even include some like pumpkin or something in her diet if she'll eat that. Just like a tablespoon of mashed pumpkin, just to help everything flow and go, if that makes sense. And yeah, what else let me see. Let me check the chat and see what else I can get from Lily. Oh, so there you go. So Starlight Lynn has confirmed that her sight is not as good as it used to be, especially in the dark with black items. She acts like she can't tell what it is. There you go. And isn't that interesting? That's the first thing she put on me. I'm not sure about her pan of Tootsie Rolls. Oh. Oh, I see. That's such a nicer way to put it. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm shaking. I wonder if she does that. It's not a nervous thing. It just feels like a little bit shaky. It's not cold. I'm just trying to process the elimination. She kind of, I mean, I haven't seen her because there's no photo, but what she looks like to me is it's kind of like, what's that cartoon? The old lady, it's a Warner Brothers cartoon, the old lady with the grey hair with her bun and the glasses. It feels like that's just where she is. She still gets around. I think she had a pink skirt on. She still gets around. Tweety birds. Oh, what is that? There's something to do with a bird and this lady. Anyway, that's what the symbolic visual I'm getting of her. And the glasses, just plodding on, going through. And if that's the first thing she put on me, then that's her biggest concern in her life at the moment. And but also, again, it's just like, yep, I've acknowledged it, but that's okay. So I feel like she's not too bad about it. Like it must be a little bit annoying when she can't see things. I'm actually going to give you an example. I have a duck. He's very old and he's starting to get, I feel like a little bit blind, but he's loving life. He knows where to go. He knows his surroundings. Sometimes he bumps into some hay every now and then, but he goes for a swim. He hangs out with other ducks. He walks into his shed at night and he uses the side of the shed as a guide. It's kind of like his walking stick, and he's totally fine. He doesn't even think that there's a problem with him. And with her, it annoys her because it's the first thing she put onto me, but it's not as if she's sort of like really, I'm not getting the woe is me anxious about it. I'm just getting that, oh, it's a bit annoying and this is what's going on in my life, and kind of like, I'm just going to get on with it. Just going to get on with it. That's the feeling I get from her. So I hope that makes sense. Please let me know in the chat, or if there's anything else you want me to focus on. Oh my gosh, how funny. All these messages just all of a sudden come through. I feel like it must be my internet. I don't know if you can hear that, but my chickens and my roosters are carrying on in the background. Where are we? Oh, so she likes green beans, broccoli, tuna, turkey, and ham. Don't know if she would eat pumpkin. It would have to be mashed up, I believe, and mixed in. And I know you guys have pumpkin in a tin. Over here, that's like quite the novelty. I tried it, and I just, for some reason, thought it would taste sweet, but it just is plain pumpkin. I know that's just, I'm just showing the fact that I'm Australian. We don't have that here, but something like that, you could put maybe a teaspoon, just put it in. So it's kind, because it's very bland. You can't really taste it. So hopefully she'll mix it in and she won't have a problem with it. Let me see. Oh my gosh. So your daughter, that's so funny. So everyone who's on the chat, Starlight Lynn's daughter bought Pumpkin, sorry, not Pumpkin, Kitty Lily, a granny costume for Halloween the other year. So she probably looked like how I was just describing her. That's funny. She probably, with the hairstyle and wig and all, oh my gosh, that is so funny. So what she's showing me is how she would have been. I love that. Then if that's coming through, then that's happy. Like that's notable in her life. I guess that's the best way I can put it. That is really, really cute. The wig and all. Oh my gosh, do you have photos of her in the wig? Oh, look at her. So if anyone's on the website, have a look. If you go to spiritrealm.net, there's a chat and you can see photos of Miss Lily. Oh, I love that. She's beautiful. Yeah, I can see now when you look at the photo that she's just we'll get on with it. It's fine. I think you're looking after her very well. And I think you're very aware of what she's going through and very connected with her. So I would trust that bond if I were you. And just know that the eye thing is her most notable, and the costume, that's hilarious. Obviously quite a good time in her life. So there you go. She must love being part of that. The family. It's a family thing, right? It's a family thing where you get all dressed up and have fun over there. We don't really celebrate Halloween that much over here, but I know you guys do, and it's a big thing over there. So she obviously loves being included. That is so funny. Oh, well, I hope that makes sense, Starlight Lynn. And Lily is Miss Lily. I love that. It's very beautiful. Okay, Cheryl, this is Dash. Why has he been throwing up lately? Oh, so maybe try pumpkin in wet food. Yes, definitely in wet food. I don't think she'll eat it. Sorry, just going back to Miss Lily, everyone. I don't think she'll eat it in dry food. It'll be more of a why? No, just mix it in, and I'll just keep things going. Or just feeling better. Because sometimes if things get, a little bit slower on the inside as well, it can be a bit uncomfortable. So it will just help make sure things just flow through quite nicely. And that could be why she's referring it to a little bit hard, maybe. Let me see. Come on, phone. Thank you so much, Nicole. I just want to make sure she's comfortable in life. You're very welcome. She certainly seems like she's living the life. I can tell you that much. You certainly look after her. Okay. Dash, why are you throwing up, Dash? Does Dash blink a lot? All of a sudden, as soon as I saw Dash, I just needed to blink a lot. I don't know why that is coming through. Blink a lot, Dash. All right, what we got? Okay, so as soon as I wrote down throw up, because I always put the questions out there for them to come back at me, I'm getting it's kind of like an imbalance in the gut health. What is that? Too much? Getting out? Too much? It feels like I feel like he's trying to balance things out. It's coming in. No, what's that? There's something else going on as well. It feels like, no, there's still some sort of imbalance there with the gut. Balance, gut. And what is that? Is it too quickly going in? I feel like he needs to eat a bit slower to process things. Because I think that's actually throwing things out of whack in his body as well. Something. It feels like this. I feel like there's too much something in his, I guess, good bacteria or bad bacteria. And it feels like it's like this. It's like when he throws up, he's trying to back, but it just feels like then it's going like this. It feels like this, he's trying to balance something, and I feel like he's eating a little bit too fast, and then it's too much, and then going like bleh, and then needing to throw up. Why am I doing that? Let me just check the chat. Oh, eating too fast. We were wondering that. There you go. Do you know what I would do for him? Just to try, and try not to. I don't want people to spend money if they don't have to, because if you want to try something, and also things are expensive these days. Life's expensive. So possibly with him, you could put dinner, what I could say, not slowly in his bowl, because then he'll gulp that and want the next one, and it actually will have the opposite effect. Maybe if his dinner is spread out and he has to go look for it, or like a lick mat, or a slow eater. An eater where like it's a bowl. You can even check a secondhand store actually, because then you pick something up for next to nothing. You get all different versions where there's like little valleys, and the food goes in all there, and they have to lick it out of there, and they have to lick it out of there. So not only is it functioning for something to stimulate their brain as well, they have to figure out how to get everything out. It actually slows it down, and that will help with everything in the body. Because if you're gulping it too much, reminds me of a cat, actually. Reminds me of my cat. And sometimes she eats too much and she eats too fast, and then she'll just, the noise. It's like that will wake you up from a deep sleep. But she will just leave it. She just is like, oh, no, I don't want anything to do with that, and then walk away. Whereas with him, I feel like he's kind of like in shock a little bit when he does it. Whereas my cat, I know that there's a cat and a dog, but her attitude is completely different to his. And that's kind of like how they're showing me how he is around it. It's kind of like he's actually in a little bit of shock when he throws up as well. So I would try that if you can. And if you can't get something, because we don't want to spend money if we don't have to, even just put his food around. So he has to get it and slowly get it, not just gulp it, because that's just too much too soon, and then he'll throw up. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, the other thing, no, I got tapped then. It's like, no, you hadn't finished. What is that? Maybe also a little bit of like yogurt, if that's possible, just to help with is it probiotics? Just a little bit, just to help with the balance that out as well, because it feels like if we're not getting enough nutrients and things are being thrown up and out, and I can feel it in my throat now, that will just help settle things, and it almost feels like it's going to coat his stomach a little bit as well. So there you go. And now I'm getting the tick. Now it's like now you can sign off on that one. So I hope that makes sense for you, Cheryl. It's fast so his sister doesn't beat him to it. Sisters, I can tell they can be a little bit naughty. Then I would just feed them where he can't see her, just to give him that, because it takes the pressure off. And give her one. If you get those bowls, give her one, so she has to go over there and do it to herself as well. Slow her down, and then it'll slow him down as well. And then he'll start to realize that, okay, I can breathe and I don't have to do it. Maybe do it with her first. Actually, no, at the same time, and then it'll help both of them. Isn't that funny? It's so typical. They're so like, no, you can't have my food, but we're going to help you. We're going to give you your food, but sometimes it's just an instinct that they do that. Oh, my phone locked. Come on. What did my phone just do then? Thank you. It does make sense. You're very welcome. Hello. Spirit Realm Network said hello. Okay, what do we have? I love that you guys are popping photos in. It's very, very cute. Oh, you probably heard that rooster there. They like to announce that they're around, my roosters. One thing I am going to mention, because I did just take a drink of water, make sure your cats are drinking enough water. This is my other tip for all the cat owners out there, because a lot of cats don't drink enough water. They eat too much dry food. My cat loves her dry food, and that can cause kidney problems long term. So make sure they have water. And sometimes it actually helps if you have a dog, that they see their dog constantly drinking water, so they mimic that as well. So sometimes that can actually come into your advantage. All right, so if anyone is on Facebook and watching from Facebook, if you want to pop on over to thespiritrealm.net, and there's a general chat here and you can interact with me. We've got about 15 minutes left of the show, and again, I won't be on for a couple of weeks because I will be going away. If it's it is work related, industry related, so I won't have this slot for 2 weeks, but I will come back for the last 2 weeks of May. So if you do have a question, please take this opportunity now to ask me. After this show too, there is the Realm of Darkness, which I can see from all the views has been really popular. So if anyone's into that, please stick around and watch that show as well, because the more views, the more it'll come up in algorithms, and it'll, I think, is that right? I'm a bit old now. So I'm not quite tech savvy, but please support the page that way and have a watch of all the other shows, because we also have other mediums. I think we've got tarot readers, we've got more shows, and as you can probably see on the Facebook page, there's shows coming up that are going to be really cool. 2 new shows starting soon, I believe, and they're really cool. Both of those shows, I know both of those people, if that makes sense, and they're really, really talented people, like Jeremy and Jen. They're really talented, and then there's Irene, and she's amazing as well. Like, they're just really awesome. So there's other shows on the network that you guys really need to check out. Not that this is a plug for everything, but it kind of is, because this is a really cool way to like get your paranormal fix all in the one place. Although I don't really see animal communication as paranormal, but I do see it as a little bit woo-woo, because it's a little bit different to just dealing with people. But it's really cool. Animals, just the other thing, guys, and I don't know whether you've seen me on other shows say this, that animals are always giving us signals, and they're always communicating with us, whether we pick it up and how we pick it up. Some of us just know. Some of us see pictures in our mind. Some of us hear what they want. We have a connection to our animals, same way we have a connection to people. Same way people can be living on the other side of the world and just go, something's not right with that person. It's the energy that's coming back because you have that connection with them. And it's the same with your animal. So if you think something's not right with your animal, you're right. You know, there's something that's going on, that they're sending you energy to say, hey, pay attention to this. If they've got a behavior, what we would consider a behavior problem, there's a reason. They're either doing it because some other part in their life is not being fulfilled, or they're showing you, trying to reflect something in your life. They're really smart. It amazes me how animals just reflect things that are happening in our life. And it just like, it's kind of like when you stop and you go, oh, you're acting this way because I'm not standing up for myself when I need to. And then you do, and then the behavior stops. You know, there's all sorts of weird and wonderful things that animals do to help us, because I feel like they're our biggest teachers. So there you go. There's my rant, guys. I'm just going to check the chat now and see what's happening. Dash's sister. Here we go. Dash's sister, Ellie. Does she no longer want to go on long walks? Oh, look at her. Oh, she's fun. I feel like she does that when she wants you, when she disagrees with you. Dash and Ellie. Sorry, I don't know why I just said Dash then. Ellie. Huh? Kind of feels like the fact that I actually said Dash, even though I was thinking Ellie, I feel like she must focus on him a lot. Really want to make sure he's doing the right thing in her eyes and her opinion. Let me ask about walks. I can clearly hear the words "don't stop." So she does want to go on some walks because it is definitely she does not want to stop that, because I feel like she quite likes the outside interaction. Whether we want to go on long walks or not really feeling that, but I definitely feel like she still wants to and needs to go on walks. And I feel like the need and want is actually 50-50. It's not like, I really want to go and the need's just down here. It's kind of like, no, she comes to me as if she feels like she's quite a well-balanced dog in her mind. This is her opinion. I get the numbers 1 to 3. So I don't know whether you go around the block or it's like 1 to 3. It feels like that's her comfortable zone. I don't know your system here. It's like I would use kilometers or blocks, maybe 1 to 3 blocks is fine, but anything above that, we're not doing that. You can pick me up, thanks. That's the kind of feeling I get from her. But I feel like we still need them. We should not stop with that. And can I just say, it kind of actually feels like to her, even though she knows she needs them, it's kind of like, but can you explain to me why I really need them? Like, I like going out. I like seeing things, but what's this need business? It's like she knows what she needs, but she doesn't really understand why she needs it. That is very confusing. If I put out there too that so she doesn't put on weight, she maintains a good weight. I feel like that's important to her anyway. But it's more of also too, like, even I'm trying to explain to her, it's like even wearing down your nails, it's a good thing. We need to keep active. We need to keep, if you don't go active, you go stiff. And I honestly feel like she's going, fine. But I feel like she needs walks, and I feel like we're going on short walks, and her goal for me, from what I'm seeing, is 1 to 3. So I don't know if I don't know what 1 to 3 means. Maybe you can let me know in the chat, or maybe we don't know. Maybe that'll be obvious when you go on a walk. But I'm getting this, not this, this. Anything past this, you can carry me, is what I'm getting from her. Oh, she loves recliner. I see. Now it's starting to make sense. That's funny. So I'll do whatever 1 to 3 is, and then that's it. How far does she go? Is it like 1 to 3 houses before she gives up? Because it's 1 to 3 somehow with her. That is so funny. Are you her human recliner when you go on walks? So to sum it up, Cheryl, with her, so not sure 1 to 3 means, that's fine. It'll come out when you're out there, and you might notice you've gone 3 blocks, or there may be a pattern that forms. She may go 1, then she may go 3 one day, or 1 the next, and that sort of thing. There'll be some sort of restriction for her in her mind where she's just like, nah, I'm not doing it. But I would keep them up. Maybe not as long, but I would definitely keep them up. Oh, Cheryl's written that could be 1 to 3 houses. Yes, there you go. So she gives up between 1 to 3 houses. Yeah, that's her max. That's what she's comfortable with. And you know what? Fine. This would be my, obviously I'm not telling you what to do. If that's what we're going to do, well, then she can walk her 1 to 3 houses, and then she still needs to be out. She still needs to be, it's just for her mental stimulation, for the smells, for the, just also for you guys to get out. So I would make her walk that, but anything past that, I feel like she's just going to stop. And, maybe we can try and get her past that, but that's her limit. That's where she wants to go. That's what she decides. Whether it's right or not, that's up for you to decide, because that's her opinion. Opinions aren't always fact. But yeah, I still think I would not stop that, because it still needs to happen for her and for you and for Dash. Does she eat after? I wonder. As soon as I said that, does she eat after? And it was like, yes, like an athlete that exercises a lot needs to eat more. I'm sorry, I don't believe that Ellie's an athlete, but that's okay. She wants to think that, that's fine. She's a character, this one. I love that. There you go. Okay. Jan, I have 11 cats. 3 about a year are boys. 2 about 7 months girls, and 5 2 weeks with mother, all babies. 3 boys are showing aggression with kittens. 3 boys. Boys about, so the boys are 3. Sorry. So I hope that makes sense, Cheryl, with Dash and Ellie. And thank you for letting me connect. Now we do have a few more minutes left. So Jan, aggression between the kittens with these 3 boys that are about a year old. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting my bearings. 3 boys a year old, aggressive to the kittens, and they're only 2 weeks old. Jeez. Boys, chill. Okay. Okay, that's funny. As soon as I just started to write down, it's like they're not one of us. They're not one of us. Why are they not one of us? Does that make sense, Jen? It's kind of like if they were near me, I would get rid of them. They don't want the kittens around. It's more than just, Mum's fine though, but not the kittens. It's like they're not acknowledging that these kittens are one of us. Whether that's right or not, that's their opinion again, but it feels like they don't want them around. Actually, to be fair, I'd actually really watch them around the kittens, because I do feel like if given half a chance, they would actually hurt them, because they don't. And I know this sounds horrible to people out there that, like, why would they hurt them? It's because sometimes in life and in their world, that's actually perfectly acceptable. It's not for us, but it is for them. And they don't particularly want them around. So if they were out and no one was around, they may actually do a lot of harm to them. And I'm getting the sense of it, they make us feel vulnerable. They're making us vulnerable. Now, again, this is not fact. This is just how they're feeling. And sometimes they just need to get their feelings out. I would definitely disrupt that behavior when it happens, and definitely tell them, and I feel like you do, they cannot be doing this. And I'd be very stern with them. They're part of the family. Tough. That's just it, guys. You just have to put up with it. And I would definitely interrupt them. And even if that's like a clap and a, I don't want to yell out because I don't want dogs to think they're in trouble, but you disturb the behavior, disrupt it, and tell them what they're doing wrong. They know what they're doing wrong. Just want you to know they know exactly what they're doing. And they, I wouldn't be surprised if they're ganging up as well. And these aren't bad cats. That's what I just want to point out too. I feel like these cats are not like, you wouldn't go, oh yeah, these 3. Like, they're not like that. It's just, they're just got their back up about these kittens because they don't want them there. They shouldn't be there. They're not one of us. And they're putting all of us at risk. That's their general feeling and vibe. Whether that's true or not, it's sort of irrelevant for them because it's their truth. That sounds so lame for a cat, but that's the way it's coming through. The other thing though is they need to learn how to be around them, because it's not going to change, and that's what I would tell them. So there's a fine line. You need to keep them safe, but you can't just remove them, because it's just then going to create more aggression going on. So they have to learn how to live together. They have to learn. So make the environment around these kittens, every time they have an interaction when they're not being aggressive towards the kittens, lots of praise, lots of little treats. You can train them just like dogs, and then interrupt the behavior when it happens. So I just looked at the time, guys. I'm actually going to have to end there because we do have the show on after us. So thank you for everyone who joined. Thank you for all. Yes, good. You say no and be nice. Keep that up, but make it the correction harsher, the disruptor harsher, very loud, so it scares them. They're all from the same mom. They don't want them to be from the same mom. Oh, they're jealous of the babies because they're not accepting. Sorry, guys, I have to get off, but they're not accepting. They don't think that they don't accept them as family, even though they are. Cat logic. You're very welcome, Cheryl. So I'm going to get off, guys. Thank you for joining. Remember, I'm off for 2 weeks and then I'm back for 2 weeks. So please join me then, and stay on and watch The Realm of Darkness after this show. Thanks again, everyone, and I'll see you in a few weeks.